Hi, it's Ronnie, and welcome to Mixed Media Frenzy, where we all take the same sketch or layout and use it as inspiration to create our own. And today it's this layout right here. And if you look close, there is a bunch of journaling on the painted spots. Tone on tone color. There won't be any on mine. I'm going to use some tone on tone splatters instead. I'm going to stay fairly close to the original at first. Well, all the way to when I think I'm done with the layout and put the ending splatters on, because if you look at the original, it has some dark ones on there, so I'm going to use some dark blue instead of black. But yeah, I'll decide I need more. Yeah, it happens sometimes. I'll look at it and y'all know I like more. I'm going to use the packaging technique to put three different colors, the light blue, the green, and the yellow. Same colors that are over there on the palette. And then I'm going to add water to the ones on the palette, and I'm going to do the tone-on-tone splatters to make up for me not having tone-on-tone journaling. But I am going to have the urge to throw a few of the splatters on top of the wrong color, just because I thought it'd show up. However, looking at my layout now, it don't show up that good at all. The only ones that show up really good is the ones I do at the end. I'm using gelatos for this. I thought I'd kind of keep it pastel colors. The picture I'm using, well, the original inspiration one has a close-up and she looks so serious. So I thought I'd get a close-up, and this is one Reagan had took of herself. I'm sure it's a selfie because it's so close up. And I cannot tell anything in the background. I do know it's when they were on vacation this summer at Gulf Shores, but none of the interesting stuff is showing up, so I only have Reagan. And so, yeah, it's a close up, it's a serious looking face, just like the original. So I thought it'd work pretty good for my layout too. There are layers behind the photo, and I'm putting layers behind mine also. Hers aren't torn, but mine are. But she does have notebook paper. And I had seen this frame and I thought, oh, that's really close to the colors I'm going to be using. So I'm putting that frame on there, and hers don't have a frame. So I am deviating a little bit there. That paper pad I'm using is probably about 10 years old, and I want it off of YouTube. Michael's had like a sale for a penny a piece on them, and a lot of YouTubers got them and had giveaways, and I was pretty tickled to get one. Well, then I turned around and got another one. So, yeah, I've used it here and there over the years. And I do like to use smaller paper pads for my mixed media layouts instead of cutting into a 12 by 12. My butterflies, I cut the butterflies out and I used a pattern paper with blue, but I wanted some yellow to show through because there are a lot of cutouts on the butterflies. So I fussy cut around, I glued them on the paper first, then I fussy cut around them. And I just did one on here, but I done the others before I turned the camera on. The original says tell your story right underneath the photo. There was, well, it was a kind of like a collage sheet that was in the paper pad, and so I cut out document your story from there, and then I cut out right underneath my thumb practically that word today to go on there, and then I'm gonna put today on there again. Yeah, I didn't notice it till I was doing the video. But underneath the document your story, it says nothing is better than today. And I will end up putting a few more of those little strips on there, that paper over there to the left underneath the palette. It has a whole bunch of little quotes on there, and so I will be using several several of them on my layout. Um, the title is from an older Thickers. I'm not sure what collection it's from. It's been a while since I got it. And I know I didn't have the collection. I just had the Thickers. But I thought I'd use them on the layout. I was looking through them to see if there was something I could use. Since there's that big note over there on the for the journaling. And I was planning on getting black since, the original had black. However, I seen this first and thought that color's going to go really well with my layout. So I just decided I would go ahead and use it on here, and it's Love Right Now. I'm The original has white flowers. I'm pretty sure they're white. I can't say 100%, but they're painted and they're like whatever paint's underneath them, it's the same color they are. Mine are yellow to start with, but I thought I'd throw some paint on there to kind of duplicate what the inspirational one has on it too. My butterflies, I'm putting glue in the middle and putting it down on the page, but I've got foam tape underneath the wings to make them more dimensional. And I'm kind of laying them all, I think all of them just about, on top of something, like a flower mostly, but yeah, they're all on top of something a little bit. So I can have a little layering in there. The original has that line of paper, and I'm pretty sure there's a phrase there too. So I am doing it on the opposite side since everything's mirrored on here. And I thought I'd make my paper just a little bit bigger and have the colors show up just a little more. Most of hers is black, but I think there's a little gold on there too. And here's where I'm thinking I'm done. I use powder blue first, and then I use London blue. The powder blue kind of fades out where you can barely see it, which would be the same results as the original splatters I put on here. You can barely see them too. So instead of doing the black, I'm doing the London blue to go more with my layout and splattering around the page with it. And I thought I'd let it dry and come back and take the photos. Well, when I came back, I decided I wanted more. So I thought I got this cool stamp set. I might as well use it. I do like that stamp set. So the first one I'm using has, well, you can tell it's pretty long, and it's little tiny dots, and they're not super uniform, and kind of, well, they're kind of close together, and I really like it. I can't hardly describe it. I know it works great for sand. It looks like sand to me sometimes, but I'm going vertically on here. And so it's going to look like something else. It's just going to look like dots. Most of it's not going to show because somehow I didn't get far enough away from my photo. But I am putting some over on the right hand side too. And yeah, I I used wild honey with it, didn't I? I think I did. I think I did. And then I'm using mustard seed. There's the stamp I'm using now is little tiny. Well, they look like bubbles to me. They're little open circles and outlines of circles, so they look like bubbles to me. And I use the mustard seed on it. And then I have one that well, looks like something that would be floating in the air when pollen would be high. But it's cute on the layout, so I am stamping it here and there on the layout, and I think I use the wild honey for it too. And um, well, I think that first one I used the mustard seed because it's not showing up very well, but that wild honey sure does. And then I'll think I need one more stamp, and there's one in there that looks like mesh or maybe a screen. It's pretty small though. And I'm going to use Close to My Heart ink in Ocean Blue. I think it's Ocean Breeze. That's it. I, I'm pretty sure it's Ocean Breeze, but it's a light blue, so I'm putting it around the page too. And let me see if I'm done after that. No, I'm gonna pull out my little container, iris container of fun shapes. Like if I die cut them out and don't use them all on a layout, I'll throw the extra in there so I can just kind of look in there when I'm doing a layout and throw a few on the page without doing anything to them. Oh, I forgot. I did go ahead and put a couple of more that I already had cut of the little sayings. One says scrap snapshots from today, and the other one says childhood memories. And I know it's only one snapshot, but I thought, well, if anybody notices it, then I'll know they were reading those little pieces of paper that I put on the layout. And yeah, I'm just going to put them right on top of a couple of the flowers just to repeat the ones that's already on the layout. And I am putting them on top of foam tape. But the die cuts that I'm going to pull out, they're white, and I will paint them yellow. And one is a globe from the travel die set that I have, and then the other one is from a dream catcher. So I will be putting those on there, and then I will be done with my layout. I will get enough of the more on there to be happy. Oh, and I forgot. I decided since I had so much paint on everything else and none on the photo and the stuff under the photo, I was going to have to throw some on there. So I'm just throwing some paint on top of the paper and the edges of the paper and the torn parts and all that. Everything's going to get a little bit of paint. Well, I stopped the video. I had to stop it for a second. I had a cough. But I can tell that my voice is not matching the video again. I thought maybe if I kept it going the whole time that it would. No, it didn't work. And this is like my fifth voiceover. So it's going to go. I'm not going to do it again. I've got to get it uploaded. But if you leave a comment down there below, I'll try to get back with you. And if you like the video and hit a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, I'd love to have you subscribe. And those of you already are, thank you so much. But I hope y'all have a happy, scrappy week. Find time to get messy with some mixed media. And take care and stay safe. Bye.